recording now.
So welcome everybody. Kyle McGregor here, coming from Southern California. We're going to be talking about one of the most important factors of your business today in regards to sharing the information that we have. And what we're doing is we're connecting the technology that we have today to be able to get to more people efficiently. But again, it's high tech versus high touch. When you have a high tech part of things, this is not a company or a business about just blasting it out. It's like taking a shotgun effect, right? What you want to do is build relationships. This is a relationship building business. And so what you want to do is utilize the technology to be able to get to more people efficiently, and then take that to be able to build those relationships. And those relationships is what you build over time, build that confidence, that trust, and help people understand how to build their business efficiently and effectively. And so we've got the high tech, which is the technology side, to be able to reach more people efficiently, to bring them in so you can actually have those opportunities to build those relationships and get behind a quality product, quality company that we can build something long-term. So what I'm going to do is going to have Mr. Micah Gaudio be able to make sure he shares his screen here. If I said your name correct, I'll get that correct someday. Gaudio.
Gaudio, you got it. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, it's so Italian sounding. Gaudio, so I want to speak Italian when I say your name.
You should see the screen. We're up, buddy.
Awesome. Well, we're very blessed and excited to be able to have some phenomenal presenters today, some people that have crazy success in traditional business as well in the direct sales space, that we're going to be able to see some of these benefits of what we have. And what I would highly suggest is set your reminders. We've got phenomenal opportunities to tap into from Monday to Thursday, opportunity overviews that you can actually invite your guest to see the opportunity of Euphoria, what it has to give and offer, okay? And so you can set your alarms, make sure you have a calendar event, whatever it may be, Facebook group notifications, even Facebook Messenger, but have that push alerts you have. So Saturday and Sundays are training days. Monday through Thursday is an opportunity to share the vision of what we have here with Euphoria. And the next screen will actually show you how we can actually help you achieve that and benefit from that. If you text on your phone Empire to 85775, just click the events that you want to be notified about. You're really like email 15 to 25% of read rate, right? App push alerts is only 8%, opt-in 10%. Text messaging is 97% read rate. So guys, make sure you remind yourself of the events that you want to listen to, tap into, and remind others for. And the simplicity to be able to get that text message is text Empire to 85775. And again, this is not a lead generation thing. No one's taking your information. Guys, this is just a blessing to have an opportunity to get reminded, okay? So make sure you utilize that. And Mr. Micah has done that for us. Mr. Gaudio has given that blessing to us to be able to have that opportunity to give us those reminders. Again, coming soon, Practition. This is something that's coming down the road here in the next few months. It's not for you to sell or market or get out to market as of yet, but there's something, a larger vision to see what is coming down the pipeline, to be able to tap into practitioners that you know, that you can actually take what we have with nutrition and customize it for their specific practice, okay, for every client that they have, to be able to get to their clientele base. So that's coming down the road here very soon, personalized for the patient. Next slide. All right, I am so honored to be able to bring on Mr. Patrick Shaw. He's the CEO of what we call RapidFunnel. This is the platform we're utilizing for here within Team Empire, within Euphoria. And guys, this is something that John Malott has come together with Patrick Shaw, has put together even before Euphoria had launched their free option of an app. Patrick, I've known for the last almost 20 years of my career in this industry. He was actually one of the main mentors that I had, learning from the ground. I mean, he has close to 500,000 people in his organization, of the company he was building over the last 20 plus years, 25 years. He's made millions upon millions, but it's not about him that he's been able to financially benefit. It's because he's been able to help other people achieve success. And so I've learned so much from this gentleman. So excited to be working with him, especially correlating what we're doing here with Euphoria with RapidFunnel. And we are so honored and privileged to be able to have Mr. Patrick Shaw, CEO of RapidFunnel, here coming here today. Patrick, in line here with us, sir. If you want to unmute yourself.
There he is. I got him. Trying to unmute you, Patrick. There you go.
All right, perfect. You can hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, great to be with you guys. Kyle, thanks for the introduction. And listen, to all of you, to everybody listening, I mean, I'm impressed with what you guys are doing. I'm always impressed by people that really understand network marketing and they get it at a high level. Now, I was broke, 37 grand in debt, and I had to work my way up. I didn't get any of this system stuff, but I've had a chance to see the best networkers in the world and how they operate and the systems that you guys are putting together right now, not just RapidFunnel, but even like the text broadcast. That is so simple. And you get to choose, okay, who do I want to hear from? What's important to me? It's about duplication. Communication is part of that. Sharing the story of euphoria is part of it. When you go out and recruit, and hopefully joining us tonight, your goal is you want to build a large organization. Now, I have had a multiple six-figure income in network marketing and frankly in businesses that I don't even work anymore. And I still have a multiple six-figure income. And how is that possible? I was never the best recruiter. I really wasn't. I've recruited lifetime a few hundred people, but I've made more millions than I can count. How? Well, it was all about duplication and simplicity. What I was good at was helping brand new people recruit. And I think that's what new folks are looking for. They might love your company. They might love your product. They might even love you. But ultimately, they're saying in their mind, is this something that I can do? Is this something that in my heart of hearts, what you did to me, can I actually do it to other people? And what you're going to see in the RapidFunnel platform is an incredibly simple system that you can take every brand new recruit and you can show them how easy it is to build a business. They all have a smartphone on them and they need to use it intelligently. Now, just 10 years ago, we were passing out DVDs, and just a few years ago before that, we had VHS tapes. I mean, when I got started 20 years ago, there was nothing but a single VHS tape, a phone, and a meeting to invite people to. It was hard to mess it up. Today, there are so many different technologies, social media platforms, ad tag message, all these different things you can do that the truth is, many network marketing companies are struggling because it's no longer simple. And what the team is bringing you through RapidFunnel is a very simple and duplicatable method for you to build a large organization. And I'm excited about that. I know this tool can have a huge impact on what you're doing and how you go about building the business. Now, guys, I don't know why right now. I'm trying to see the screen share or the Zoom page. Is there a reason it disappeared on me, or should I be able to see it so I know what slide you guys are showing?
Why RapidFunnel is where we're at right now, Patrick. We're talking about percent video tracking, all the features that are unique in the business.
I'm with you. I just don't understand why the Zoom page has seemingly disappeared. Ah, there it is. Okay, thank you. I got it now. Okay, I can see all your pretty faces, and I can see the slide now. Okay, so I'll just close up this part real quick by telling you, on the app, right? Look, when I got started 20 years ago, my sponsor came to me and said, listen, I was complaining. Things aren't going well. He said, well, fax me your tracking sheet. And I said, what's that? And he explained to me the tracking sheet, and then I said I was working 20 hours a week, and that 5 minutes per exposure, that, I could do the math. How many exposures could I make if I spent at least half of my time making new exposures? And it took about 5 minutes to make an exposure. So the next time I complained, he said, fax me your tracking sheet. And I looked at my sheet, and for the week, I had talked to 10 people. Now, at 5 minutes an exposure, that's 50 minutes. I knew when I sent him that sheet by fax that he was going to say, well, what did you do with the other 19 hours, Patrick? What I want you guys to understand is it's all on the app now. You can literally see how many total exposures you've made. You can see the quality of those exposures. You know how many of the people actually clicked on something you sent them. You could send it to them via social media. You can send it via text. You can send it via email. all the resources are built. And the team with Micah and the rest of the team, and I want to thank these guys because no matter how good this platform is, it takes champions. And you guys need to be the champions. So when somebody's struggling, you got to put your arm around them and say, look, I believe in you. I know we can do this together. Let me take a look at your app. And when there's a 2 in the box that says they've made a total of 2 exposures and it's the 28th of the month, right, don't beat them up. Just go, hey, we're going to do this together. What do you think this number needs to be? Use the Socratic method. Go to them and say, what do you think the number should be? Can I help you get to that number? It's amazing how people will step up, and the number is right there on the screen. I can see the quantity and the quality. We're actually looking at John Malot's screen, Mike. Is that right? This is a snapshot of his screen?
That's right.
So leaders lead by example. John Malot's made 423 personal exposures. He has 387 people engaged. That means of the 423 he sent information to, 91% have clicked on something, right? Now I saw an earlier show, it's 44 is how many are hot prospects. That means 10% of the people have become hot prospects. Now, we have an algorithm in the app that 25% of the algorithm is how did you rate the person? 75% of it is the system. It's saying, did they watch more than 90% of a video? I can go into those hot prospects, look at the activity log, and see chronologically every single thing that that person has viewed. You call them up, and I call up Teresa. I say, hey, Teresa, I was just thinking about you. I wanted to follow up with you on Euphoria. And she goes, oh, that's weird. I was just watching a video. Now, did I know that? Of course I knew that. Now, I don't have to explain it, but I could go, oh, that's awesome. What did you like about what you saw? Right? I know how to catch people at the right place at the right time. And that's only the beginning. For Micah and the team to have all the analytics to see what's working for you, so they can start to improve the videos, the capture pages, the webinars, the email campaigns, for you to not build on rented land. Now, what do I mean? I went to this huge American network marketing professionals event, and they had Social Saturday. And everybody was talking about how they're building using social media. Now, I'm not against that, but I also talked to people at that event that said, I built my entire business on Facebook. I trusted Facebook. I had 30,000 people on Facebook, and then Facebook changed the algorithm, or Facebook turned off my page. And all of a sudden, I had no business. I'm not telling you not to build on Facebook. I'm telling you, you better have a way to pull that data out and put it into your app, and you own the data. RapidFunnel doesn't own it. Facebook doesn't own it. This is your data, and nobody will ever use it except you, right? This, over 5, 10, and 15 years, is the difference between the superstars, the people that make extraordinary income. Some of you know a guy named, well, he wrote Brian Carruthers, who wrote Build the Empire. He was one of the individuals in my organization. I went to his house once, and Brian recruited 4 people because he had an email list. Right now, he uses RapidFunnel, as do 60 different of the fastest growing companies across the country. And you guys have the platform because, frankly, because John Malott and I have been friends for more than 20 years, right? I've known John Malott, and you guys have a unique situation, a special freemium model that most companies don't have. So that means you have a free model and you have an upgradable premium model. But the free model, most people are paying at least $10 a month for, and you have it at no cost. So I hope you guys, at a bare minimum, will leverage all the tools that are in the free platform. So Mike, I'll stop there. I'll chime in different places here, but I applaud you guys, not only for building the business and making the commitment and all that, but your creativity around process, system, duplication, and then being the champion of it to make sure it gets driven. Just appreciate you guys.
Thanks, Patrick. I don't know if Kyle's jumping on, but I'll just move through this. This is my wife, Misty, right next to me. And I want to introduce her to the group. She is a nurse anesthetist, nurse practitioner, and she's super excited about the practitioner line when that comes. She's already getting doctors on nutrition and planting those seeds, so she's going to kill it, and she's going to help me out with this presentation. I just want to again reiterate, and I can't say thank you enough, and we all need to just thank John Malott. Before there was a Euphoria app, John spent tens of thousands of dollars to make RapidFunnel happen. It is still the best tool in the business. It's an A-bomb. I've been in app development since the beginning, and I have not seen a marketing sales tool like this. I'm super pumped. And why I'm involved is because, look, we wouldn't let Facebook run our Facebook group, right? So just like Patrick said, very well said, that we need to own it, right? We need to take responsibility for it, and that's what we're doing. Make it better. It's never just done. What's there right now is good enough to use right now and better than anything else out there. But we're going to make it better and better, and here, let me tell you why. I just want to thank the rest of the RapidFunnel team. Man, I put in 40, 60 hours with all this team and all this, trying to repackage this and make it better for you. Again, it's great now. We're going to just keep taking a few strokes off our game and making it better. Jen Ashby and her team is awesome to deal with. Thank you for any of you that I called and wanted to get feedback, what you've been successful with RapidFunnel, what you haven't been. Our top leaders, they're putting in so much behind the scenes, like Tina Sherry Girl, Michael Schwarting, Lori Court, and then Kyle McGregor and Sean. We sat through a couple 3-hour sessions learning what we needed to learn. Sean Zimmer he showed me 200 in his Facebook Messenger that he hadn't replied to. And he was spending 6 hours on here trying to make RapidFunnel better for you guys, and when he could have been closing things. So I just wanted my hats off to those guys for doing what it takes, rolling up their sleeves. I know they're busy out making their exposures, and they're here to help. So thank you guys for all that support. So let me talk about some of the enhancements. How many of you guys use iDecide? It's great, right? 2 weeks ago, I sent one cold, and somebody just bought a DNA kit, one of her friends, and I was amazed. We have iDecide integration, but let me tell you what that means. There's a few phases to this, and there's more meetings this week, but we got the first phase done, and that's just link tracking. You're not going to get a link in your app saying when they finished it. That's iDecide's going to do that, right? But we're going to work towards full integration. I'll show you how we incorporated iDecide. That was one of the first things we needed to get done. Zoom tracking. Everyone talks about, hey, we want to incorporate Zoom. Well, we have Zoom. It's in the calendar right now. You click the calendar. We're going to show you how to invite via Zoom. Now, what we're talking about is enhancing Zoom even further in the next coming weeks, months. We're going to do Zoom meeting tracking, which means just like when you send a video resource, you're going to be able to track that person clicked on the Zoom meeting and is watching the Zoom meeting. And you're also going to know when they get off. So you can follow up at that perfect time, like Patrick said. So beyond that, at the end of our meetings, we say, hey, get back to the person that you got with. And we're going to have a little link there, and that's going to actually go to your replicated website. So there's a lot of things we're working on with Zoom. Some of you had told me that the thumbnails and videos were not good. And we went through and we changed a lot of the thumbnails. That's already done. We're going to be doing new surveys, targeted towards fitness, gyms, all types of things. So be looking for that in the next coming weeks. More user-friendly drips. That's something you guys said we wanted to expand upon and make better. And we're also going to we've already fired up the Disrupt Puerto Rico. We're going to be doing bi-weekly and monthly contests where we can brag and have a little fun, a little gamemanship, right? A little gamification. So we're also going to be doing something really cool. If any of you know how Facebook Messenger chat works and you use it and you've embedded it on a website, we're working to get that embedded into RapidFunnel. So not only when somebody watches a video, a little chat bot pops up and says, hey, how'd you like the video? And it's you. And they can talk with you right on Messenger or a text messaging app. And we get them to text message you back and forth. So that's just crazy stuff. You are going to see so many conversions in RapidFunnel. Just stick with us and keep plugging away. All right, let's get into some meat of this. What we got. And Misty, this is one of the new looks we're launching for Euphoria. I stole your thunder, didn't I?
That's all right. So this is going to be the new look of RapidFunnel that now has Euphoria integrated. They look very similar.
Yep. And then we're also, as Patrick said, launching the freemium model. And here's what's included. Now, before it was just a three-day trial. Now it's freemium.
So you're still going to get all the videos that are on the Euphoria resources page. I know I love those. That you can access through the freemium version. Easy to use categories. We have the videos, products, and business. We'll be some limited additional resources that are available through there that you can just send right out to contacts, as well as campaigns. You won't have access to the activity logs or stats through the freemium version, and some limited push notifications and email alerts will also be available. But, if it's somebody that, wasn't using RapidFunnel at all before, this is a great way to, dip your toe in the water.
Get in there, yep. And all of the snip videos. You asked for that. The snip videos are going to be up there. They are now, but they aren't completely live yet. All right, so I'm going to fix this. How do we make decisions? Obviously, input from the top leaders. They know what's working. Feedback from you. We also have quite a bit of analytics in the background. We know what video people are dropping off, where they're dropping off, what's the most watched video, what's actually making conversions and contact with you, and also that end user tracking. So we're using data to make important decisions. And this tools like this, that's why we're going to win in the business and continue to win. There's nothing wrong with this. I mean, I use it. This is my sheet right here. It's the way to go. I got a few duplicate names. But if you're really, a hoard of your time and every minute is important to you, you can save a lot of time by using RapidFunnel. All right, so the premium app, this is what we now are moving the trial to 30 days instead of 3. The importing of contacts, multiple. We're going to cover some of this, sorting the hot leads, the teammates accountability, where you can share with people on your team and make sure you're meeting the exposures that you said you were going to do, tracking notifications, the activity log, text message scripts. We're going to get into that a little bit more. We've actually come up with all kinds of scripts that work, and you can choose those and use those as text messages or Instagram messages, detailed stats, more surveys, prospecting funnels, automated flow like the one Misty just showed you, more contests, opportunity webinars, share via social messaging. You get all that with the premium app for $20 a month. And of course, we're adding a whole new section, which is called coaching. And it's short snippets from all the top leaders coaching you on how to be successful. So I want to introduce my friend right now, Curry Russell. He's been in web development for years. I don't know, 20 years, I think. He's been in app development. He's technical minded. He knows his stuff. He likes to have fun. And he's going to help me carry through some of the basics now of RapidFunnel. Now, we're going to cover some basics, but we're going to cover some new things that you hadn't heard. So if you know and are an active user of RapidFunnel, stick with me. We're going to get into some pro-level stuff. But right now, let's just cover the basics on how to install. Curry, take it away, brother. Thank you.
Micah, thank you very much. Thank you all for having me and listening to this short little bit that I'm going to give my 10 cents on. But guys, you can just go to any of your app stores, whether it's the Apple Store, the Play Store, whichever format you want to use. You can even use this online. So like I've got RapidFunnel actually pulled up on a web browser right now. But if you're installing this on your phone, go to your Play Store, get the version that you want, and you're going to want to make sure that during that process you put in your group code as either Team Empire or group code Euphoria. Don't jump ahead yet. I just wanted to make on that installation part. That's always the very first thing. But once you get inside the app, you want to before you do anything else, go to your settings area, and you want to update all of your individual settings. So you want to put your referrer code. That's the code you use at the end of your euphoriascience.com/ whatever it is your referrer code. That's what you're going to use as your referrer code inside the system. So you don't need to put the whole web page. And by the way, there's a little question mark right there beside the change button, and it tells you exactly what to do. This is as a hillbilly from West Virginia, this is hillbilly proof. I'm just going to say that it's really too simple. So you click the little question mark. It gives you any of the instructions that you need step by step. Make sure, and I know this is tough for some people, make sure you always put your Facebook URLs, your Twitter URLs, your LinkedIn URLs, all of your contact information, because if you don't, and let's say that, someday you just post a link in a group, right? And you post that link and it goes out to the world, and then 6 months from now somebody finds it and they want to talk to you personally. If you don't have all those referral notifications on there, they're not going to find you. So go to notifications.
A little lag, yep.
Make sure that you have your check boxes where you want your notifications. So if people interact with the things that you from your resources, if they interact with those, you want to get notified instantly. I love being notified that somebody just watched, somebody just clicked a resource that I sent them. It then replies again. They just watched 2 minutes and 54 seconds of this video. And then I get information for the events. All of that comes directly to me by email and text if I chose that option. And then we go to account settings and specifying your time zone. So making sure that all of your information is correct. You want to make sure your phone number is correct. If that phone number is not right, and then you go, well, how come I'm not getting all my text notifications? You definitely want to make sure your numbers are right and make sure your time zones are right so you're getting notified in the right time zone.
Absolutely. And how do you
back to you, man?
Yeah, the iDecide code. When you go into iDecide, I'll talk about that real quick. In the bottom right, you got post. That's what you're supposed to post to social media unless you're posting a name. Go to there, hit post, and take that little code at the end and stick it in there where it says iDecide. Then your iDecide will be live. If you have any questions, message me on that. We'll talk more about that, but I didn't want to get lost in those weeds. Let's talk about just getting around the interface of RapidFunnel, okay? So if you click your statistics, that 91% there, you're going to see these. Now you can drop these arrows down to see more, and this is your total engagement, the resources open, and email opt-in. Very good to pay attention to your statistics and where you are. Are you sending qualified? Are they cold? Are they warm? This is a good gauge of how you're doing. In the resources, these are all the opportunities and videos. This is how you get to those. We're going to show you how to send those in a few more slides. Just want to do a little overview of campaigns. A lot of people don't know that these are in here. And what is a drip campaign? When you first sign somebody up for email, you can either put them in the opportunity drip or the product drip. And that means over the next few days, if they opt in, they're going to get these emails. We're working to improve these drips. So, some of the feedback was duplication of, I already sent them a form and I'm sending them a form on day 5. We're going to fix those things. We're going to always be improving this to get better conversions for you. But this is what the opportunity team builder looks like.
Micah,
yes, sir.
I want everybody to understand here, this has never been done in network marketing. People have created content, resources, and campaigns, but they've created them for themselves. What happens with all of these resources, campaigns, capture page, emails, is they're sent from you to your prospect. So it's like they were all created for you. So tens of thousands of dollars of creative, all the expertise that Micah and all the other people, part of the team, Curry and everybody else have brought to the table, Kyle, all of this is delivered from you to the prospect. So it's like you paid for it personally. So when the email goes to the prospect, it's coming from you, even though it's from our server. Your prospect doesn't know it. It's from you to them. If they respond directly back to your personal email address, right? And there's a 99.7% delivery rate. Now, if you know email, nobody delivers at that rate. Opt-in rates on average email campaigns are 2%, 3%, and 4%. Our average opt-in rates are closer to 35%. Well, how is that possible? Because it's person to person.
Right.
When I go to Mike and I go, hey, man, I was just thinking about you. I wanted to drop you a little bit of information via email. Do you got your phone? Check the email I just sent you. And the email says, hey, Micah, this is Patrick. Did I get your email correct? And you're like, oh, yeah, you did. Right? That's an opt-in, but it's not presented like an opt-in campaign. It's not a bunch of big, long, wordy copy. It's you sending them some specific resource, and the data backs up the fact that it's powerful. So even if you're a millennial and you're saying, well, people don't check email. Well, that's not actually true. They just don't check it quickly. But you're not using email for a quick response. You're using text for a quick response. You're using social media for a quick response. But if you can't get them off the fence in 2 weeks, put them in an email campaign, and 8 months from now, when they're really fed up with their job, with their health, when that person becomes the right person at the right time, all of a sudden the email worked and you had long forgotten about them.
Absolutely. It's amazing. You know, I send somebody something and 2 weeks later, they're watching a video. And I'm like, I didn't send them a video today. It's because of the drip campaign. Now, like Patrick said, if you click on any of these, a lot of people don't know this, it will actually call the drip message that's going out. So you can see this, like Patrick said, it's personalized and it's from you. And I can tell you, I've been mass texting and email for over a decade, and that is a great delivery rate. And they do that because they're not blasting hundreds and thousands of people. It's one-to-one communication. And that's the tool of RapidFunnel. So that's what a drip campaign is. That's the follow-up. So make sure you put their email in there and try to assign them, if it's appropriate, to either the product or the opportunity, because you're going to see a lot of residual benefit from that. Oh, and then the contest. Here we go. Today we got Rochelle in the lead. Curry's in second. Sean only been doing it a few more days. He's up there, number 3. Malat and myself, we're battling it out, so for bragging rights, but check that out each day. We'll get into the specifics of what goes into exposures and contacts later on, but we need to move on for the sake of time. Curry, I'll let you take the contact interface of RapidFunnel.
Awesome, man. And by the way, Patrick, I think I still pay $29 a month just for Aweber, and it has 0.08% delivery rate. So to thousands of emails. So it's terrible. So I'm paying way more money to get way less impact. So thank you very much. With your contacts and where you have the option of importing everything or only 1 or 2 of your contacts. So don't think that because you put this on your phone, it's going to suck in every one of your contacts and it's going to instantly broadcast everything out to them. There's a weird fear that people have where they think that it's going to do something like that. But in the wizard of this tool at the top right-hand corner, you're going to be able to import a one person or multiple people, and then based on your communication with them. So, and I'm going to talk about something, I know it's not in the slides at the moment, but one of the resources is the survey. What I love about the survey, it has one question that I'm passionate about, and it is, are you open to some valuable information? And every time that somebody says yes, the moment that they do, I have 2 steps. I hit the send resources and put them in the product funnel, and then I instantly hit the dial button and call them. That's the only thing that I do. So having the ability to get these contacts and know exactly whose information is where, you can now assign those drips, whether it's the product or the opportunity. You can label them. Are you pushing the button?
Sorry, man. I was looking at, there you go. Product or opportunity right there.
You can hit the assign and specify which one you want. You can now create custom labels. So let's say that you met that person at Starbucks or wherever. You can create any types of groupings of labels that you want to create so that you will recognize that specific person. You can specify notes. So I love that he put in here that this person sells the Kangen water, where he met that person at and who they know. So you can specify any type of notes that, girl with the brown hair, had the shiny shoes on, anything. We're just going to make up all kinds of stuff right now. You can set reminders. So let's say that you talked to Stacy. Stacy had a great conversation with you, but Stacy said that she wasn't going to be available until next month. This has happened to me. This is my exact example. Her name ain't Stacy then. She wasn't going to be available until next month. So I hit the reminder button, set a reminder for 1 month from today to call Stacy, and it literally notified me, hey, you've got an appointment to talk to Stacy. And I go, why did I have an appointment to talk to this person a month later? But I had the notes that I wrote down that said she wasn't ready. I pulled her up, hit the dial button, called her. She said she was ready to get started. So in your activity log, guys, I use activity log. This might be one of my most favorite things in this system. It actually shows you every single thing that takes place with the contact. So if you are blindly sending a link, you're not going to get as much feedback as you would if you created the contact first and then sent the resource attached to that contact. I hope you understand what I just said. because that's the most powerful way to use this tool, is to always send a resource assigned to a contact.
Absolutely.
You want to do that. So that way you can track every single thing you got.
Hey, Curry, just to be clear so they understand it, just go to contacts, right, the contact screen, and then click send the resource button.
Yep.
And then we take you to resources, and then you send the resource. And you say, well, what's the difference? Is that we literally change the link. So when you go to the page that Curry's showing right now, Michelle's page, and you click send resource, it'll take you here. You click the one for you. You send that resource. We change the link so it's trackable back to Michelle. Now when you go to the activity log, this is what Curry's telling you. You can see chronologically exactly how much of the video she watched, versus if you want to send a resource generically to your Facebook page, and maybe it's a survey or something, and you want to ask everybody in Facebook, hey, who'd be willing to take my 1-minute survey? They take the survey, they fill out the sheet, that creates a new contact. You don't want that survey connect to a contact. I hope you understand the difference, but you'll get more comfortable. Curry, I'll throw one other thing out there because you mentioned Aweber. This you may not even be aware of. You're obviously very savvy on the app. But when you label those prospects, you go to your dashboard, more than 50 exposures in the app, a feature will turn on in your back dashboard that you can write your own emails to your prospects based on labeling.
What?
Yeah, and so it's like you have the Aweber account built in, and you're getting our delivery rates because you've proven that you have a high opt-in rate.
Yes.
But this is why when you put people into a campaign, you want to make sure they're actually clicking on the link and joining that campaign, because as long as you have a reasonably high opt-in rate and you've made you put more than 50 people in a campaign, we turn it on so you can deliver emails to anybody based on labels.
Yeah, wow. And I absolutely have used it in the web-based platform, Patrick.
That's awesome.
And Patrick, thank you. You covered the next slides for us perfectly.
Okay.
Send a resource. You select the contact, then select the resource. The one for you and the one report for you is generally the best one. They're the short 3-minute ones. You know them. And then you see down at the bottom, you can send it via email, through your message client, text, or over here, the share button. The share button is going to pull up where you can send it through Instagram messaging, Facebook Messenger, or it's very important to know if you have something else out there that's not here, like WhatsApp, or I don't know what you're using, hit copy to the clipboard, and that will paste it into what other client you're using right there, copy to clipboard, okay? You can do that and send it to another messaging client that's not listed here. Now, here I sent text messages this time. So you can see I sent the one for you. Here are the smart links that Patrick's talking about. That's unique to this person. That's what unifies the tracking, so to speak. And I could see that she watched 100% of those, so I followed up with the Mission Nutrition. And look what I said. Hey, it's a little longer, almost 7 minutes, but this is a new video. I'm a great overview. Definitely my fave. She was engaged with that, so I sent her the I decide. And that's how it's done. I mean, you can.
That's awesome, man. That's the way to do it.
And yep, she signed up. So let's talk about sending events. Go ahead, Curry.
It's very all right, guys. And this has actually just been enhanced. So thanks to Micah and all the people who put together all the events that and by the way, I'm going to say this right now. I've never been in a company that had so many available events for opportunities. Like I've never been in a company that it's, usually you have your weekly meeting, or you have your, what we have almost an event for an opportunity every single day of the week. And Mike has taken the time to put those in here. So what you can now do is actually go down to your more option at the bottom right-hand corner, and you can click that button and it will bring up all of your events by choosing events. He didn't put that slide in there, but it's okay.
Or you can click the events right there. Yeah. Right.
That's right. You can click the events, and once you do, you'll see the ones that have the green dots. And once that green dot is there, you can either join from that event, or you can click the share button, which once you click an event, you'll see the share at the bottom middle. It'll be a black little arrow, white arrow.
There.
You click the share button, And you can share that to a text message. You can share it out to a Facebook message. You can share it out to an Instagram message. You can share it wherever you want to share it to. And what's going to happen is if you share that out, you'll get notified that that person clicked on the link. So you know who did what. Guys, the tracking in this app is the best tracking I've seen in anything I've ever used.
It's true.
And it's been fabulous this past few months playing with it.
And as you can see, we've pre-written this for you too. You don't have to use it, so rewrite as needed. But we're always looking to improve those. So feedback is great, positive or negative, on how to send some of those pre-written texts. Getting support. We're wrapping up, folks. Wow, we did pretty good on time, but we can take this a little further. Getting support, okay? If you go to your right-hand side there, you'll see that there's support right here with the question mark, okay? If you click that, it will take you to a lot of general FAQs. You can actually search through them. So if you're having a problem, search through it there, put it into the search bar right up there. But there's also this little button on the bottom right, okay? The bottom right will actually pop up a message that goes right to RapidFunnel, okay? Don't send them something like help. They can't help you. Be helpful and take a screenshot of your issue. That helps, okay? I found out, I've been in app development since the beginning, and I can't tell you how much this helps. And to get a question resolved very quickly is to see a screenshot. Otherwise, we're flying blind. So try to give a good description. The better you give that, the quicker somebody's going to be able to help you. Send the screenshot by attaching it right there, and then hit send. Of course, you can also email RapidFunnel. A lot of things that work is reinstalling the app, sometimes making sure, I mean, if you get on the phone or back and forth, they're going to tell you to reinstall or get the latest version. Check your connections. I can't tell you how many times I've had somebody, well, my email's not working and they don't have an internet connection. Well, make sure you have a solid internet connection or the app is not going to load properly. There's some things that are native and not native. So if you don't have a connection, it can't bring those down. Curry and I are not RapidFunnel support. Okay? We've given a lot of time to help you with this, but we want to hear your feedback. But the support issues go to RapidFunnel. So thank you for that. We're wrapping up here with best practices, and we're kind of going to get in a little kind of round table discussion.
Micah, some folks want to know the difference in group codes. Could you explain that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If I didn't before, right now, Team Empire is our group code, okay? When you install the app from scratch, you're going to be asked for a group code. Put Team Empire in there. We will notify you when the Euphoria one is finished with the new designs and the new resources and and repurpose things and all the extra things that we talked about. We thought we were going to have them done by tonight, but we might have them done in the next week, 2 weeks. We'll always be adding and making it better. Again, what we have right now is good enough than anything out there. So use it. There's no excuse not to. So that's the difference between group codes. If you saw the screenshot, you can actually put both group codes in now. So go ahead and do that. All right, so best practices. I'm going to turn it back over to Kyle McGregor. He's the man and strategist at this point for these kind of things. And if he's around, go ahead, Kyle. If not, I'll talk to it, brother. Which resources are the best to send and when? Okay, I'll talk about it. This will just be a round table.
Mike, he's trying to talk, but his audio is not.
Okay, let me find him. I'm sorry. That's right. I forgot I'm kind of doing this. Sorry, brother. I'm trying to find you. There you are. No, you're unmuted, man. There he is.
All right, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me okay?
Yep. You're good, man. We can hear you.
All right, fantastic, good. So best practices, guys. So at the end of the day, our main objective here is just to get the information in people's hands. We want people to make an informed decision from the information we deliver. We don't want to tell them what we're talking about. We want to show them. This is a show business, not a tell business, okay? We want to tell as many people, but show them the information from the resources. Let the tool do the work, okay? So one of the most important things is the average person has a very small time frame of attention span, okay? So these simple, basic videos that we have, the one for you is the basic thing that we show people very first and foremost. That's what I do all day, every day. Why? Because it's a 3-minute video. It gives a full, comprehensive description of what the product does, how it works, so on and so forth. And the average person needs 5 to 7 exposures to make a decision, right? So they're not going to maybe not get it from the very first moment they see it. But that spaced repetition is the mother of all learning. So little by little, they'll be able to understand it more and more. But the attention span will be small. So we want to show them first that 3-minute video with the one for you. And if they need more information, then you help them show them another video, like the Mission Nutrition or the one report for you that talks about how the DNA report or the wellness report works, okay? So the first and foremost, you want to just show them that simple 3-minute video, let them do that, let that do the work for you, and then take them to the next step, either have them see another tool or resource, which would be maybe Mission Nutrition, and or put them on the phone with somebody else, an expert, to be able to help answer the questions for them with a third-party conversation, which would be a 3-way phone call. All right. So hopefully that helped answer that question.
Thank you, Kyle. Absolutely. And check stats and push alerts. This is like Christmas to me. I've had some e-commerce businesses where, you get your orders and they're just coming in. You know that feeling, right? That's what you feel when you see somebody watched 100%. Oh, they're engaged. So I'm constantly looking at my push alerts. So I'm sure if you've got good push alert management, make sure you check those frequently and your stats. Again, enable email notifications. Can't say that enough, especially if you're using Gmail with the snooze button. They all come in. Each video they click, and then it also gives you an email with the percentage that they watched. It's great reminders to follow up. And then again, like Kyle said, rewrite what makes sense, right? I mean, we're taking all the best practices from the people that are killing it in the industry, and we're putting them in those messages. They may not always fit. We know that. That may be annoying to you to erase that sometimes. Well, give us feedback what's better and prove that it's working for you. And we'll probably change it, but we got to do what works for best everybody. And it's a heck of a lot better than just leaving it blank, right? Because
just remember, everybody's different. This is not a cookie cutter. Remember this, okay? Because maybe you had a great conversation with a little more detail in the communication. They wanted that information. So you could even lead with the Mission Nutrition, okay? But at the end of the day, again, we're walking down this path of discovery. We want to help them see the bigger picture. And that's why I usually lead with a 3-minute video, because it's very comprehensive. It's not hypey. It's very to the point. But maybe they want that full disclosure. So you gotta see who they are, right? Because there's different personality types. Some people want more information right here, right now, right? So that'll be your own discretion of what you choose to send. We always suggest leading with the most simplistic, the shortest video possible. However, the Mission Nutrition is a phenomenal video you can lead with. So again, this is not cookie cutter, but again, it's just helping them comprehend it in the time that they need to understand it in. Hopefully that makes sense.
Absolutely. And, this is duplication and it's training. I can't tell you, not just in this business, it's just a 3-minute video. That works. Telling them how long the video is. It works. And engages them. If you don't do that, they probably won't click it. So that's a A-list function right there. The hot list is accurate, so use it and pay attention to it. Let's go into Q&A and start wrapping this up. We're about 50 minutes in now. So we want to open the discussion. I was reading some of the chats. I saw what's the difference. Let me just ask Patrick. Patrick, give us, in the back end, we have a 50% method, or a resource must be watched 50% to count. And I know we can adjust that. Can you give us a little bit? People are asking me, hey, well, I sent these and it doesn't count on the contest. What's going on? The app's broke. Like, if you can talk to that and how they can measure that and what you use, that would be great to understand.
You bet. So real simply, what we count in the contest is we count a unique exposure. So if the contact's already in the app and you got them to click on something, it doesn't count, right? If they've watched it before, it's a unique exposure who clicked on something. Now they might have filled out a survey, just clicked on a link, watched the video. Any action that shows that a brand new unique prospect viewed some information, that's going to count in the contest. Because, and I won't go too deep in this, guys, but for those of you that really want to be, crazy students, go read a book called The 4 Disciplines of Execution. It's an incredible business book. It relates as much to network marketing as any network marketing book I've ever read, but it's not a network marketing book. It's by the Franklin Covey organization. Chris McChesney and Sean Covey wrote it. It says there's 4 disciplines. Number 1, what's your wildly important goal? You better know what it is. There's probably a reason that you're here. and then figure out what your lead measure is. What are the 2 or 3 things that are most relevant to your success in this business? And do you know what they are in network marketing? Quantity and quality of exposures. There's a reason why John Malott and Sean are on the leaderboard right now. It's quantity and quality of exposures. All the best people in the business, even though I was never a massive personal recruiter, I was always in massive personal recruiting mode through my team's prospects, right? I'd say, hey, let me look at your list. Who can we call right now? It was always, let's talk to somebody brand new right now, right? And that is what the app is telling you, and that's what we're measuring in rewards, quantity and quality of exposures. And then third and fourth, just so you know, is a scorecard. Well, you have a scorecard in the app. And fourth is a cadence of accountability. Create a culture in the organization around the lead measure, which is prospecting and follow-up, which means you need a scoreboard, and now you can create a culture. That's what we're talking about. When we talk about rewards, we're talking about creating a team culture that is built around let's tell the story more often. So if there's something wrong in the algorithm that's not measuring that, then we really want to hear it. But I think you'll discover it's pretty accurate in that regard. So hopefully that helps.
Thanks, Patrick. I got a few questions I can answer real quickly. Can I use my phone and laptop? That's a great question. Yes, you can. You can actually log in from a desktop screen and use it. Mine has Micah's info at the bottom. Okay, that's only true on some of the events, like this event. Each event has a contact info for the event and who's putting it on. Some of those are repeating events, and they may have mine because we don't want to bother Tina when her event's about to go on. But I can change that. But I can guarantee you that my contact information is nowhere on your pages or resources. There was another one. Is there a way to add, this is a good one, Patrick, maybe for product development. Is there a way to add contacts for Messenger? I think I know the answer.
Yeah, only on a manual process. So all a new contact is literally a name. It's not even a phone number or an email. So if you went to Messenger and said, okay, this is a prospect, we'll make this automated, but you just put their name in and then send them a resource via Messenger. If they click on that resource, it now qualifies for the contest because it's a unique prospect who was sent something via social media. You didn't even need their phone or email. You can add that later.
Patrick, can I jump in on that? Because I've added hundreds and hundreds of people from Facebook Messenger. Literally, it's my most used resource, and I was the way that I do this, and hopefully some other people out there adopt this method because it works incredibly well. I actually created using my cell phone, my smartphone. I took a 30-second clip of myself asking somebody to take a look at a 3-minute video. I didn't give away any of the product. I didn't give away the company name. I didn't give away anything other than, hey, I'm really excited about something. I'd like you to take a look at a 3-minute video. Do you have time? And Facebook gives you the ability to forward that video inside Messenger. And all I do is, 2 or 3 times a day, I forward that same simple video to 30 people at a time, just one right after the other. And I just endlessly, and I'll get 5 or 6 people who go, yeah, I'd love to watch. And literally I go in and create the contact in RapidFunnel. I create the contact in RapidFunnel first, and then I go to the resource on their contact and send them the 3-minute video, and it tracks it. This is the most powerful, simple, stupid thing there is.
It really is amazing.
That's awesome, man. That's good stuff.
Yeah, we need to do a video on that, Curry, and share with everyone. That is awesome. We're going to shut it down for the sake of time. We really enjoyed this. We don't want to go too long. We want to be respectful of your time. And we can't hit the thank you screen, but that's okay.
We'll be doing additional trainings, guys. We're going to take the content, the information we shared to you today. Okay, we're going to be adding additional benefits, the things that we're going to be continually add to the platform, but also train and coach and teach you guys how to utilize this simplistic platform to make a simple, duplicatable organization where everybody can just share the information simplistically. Again, this is about utilizing technology to throw out the net, to bring people in, to build those relationships, to show them the bigger picture, guys. That's the whole point of this. Keep it simple. Simplify to multiply, my friends.